It's hard to believe how fierce and aggressive dogs can be when the situation calls for it. Normally our loyal companions, they can transform into ruthless fighters, taking on any predator without hesitation. Two Dobermans spotted a large snake and immediately went into action, working together to take it down. They attacked from different angles, forcing the snake to split its attention. The moment it tried to strike one dog, the other grabbed it in its jaws, shaking it violently to make sure it couldn't strike back. Even after the snake was clearly dead, the Dobermans didn't stop. They kept attacking, making sure their enemy was completely defeated. A chance encounter between a Doberman and a coyote played out at the edge of a field. At first, the coyote froze, unsure of what to do. It hesitated, but the Doberman stood its ground, radiating confidence. That alone was enough to shake the wild canine's nerves. The moment the Doberman made a move forward, the coyote panicked and bolted, with the Doberman chasing it at full speed until they both disappeared into the distance. In another encounter, a single Doberman faced 5 coyotes on its own. Though outnumbered, the dog remained calm and strategic, countering every attempt the coyotes made to flank or overwhelm it. With its owner guiding its moves, the Doberman managed to frustrate the coyotes' hunting tactics, forcing them to give up. The wild pack eventually retreated, realizing they had no chance against the disciplined and fearless guard dog. A Doberman also found itself in a life-or-death struggle against a cougar. The big cat attacked quickly, using its size and strength to pin the dog down, trying to strangle it. But the Doberman fought back with everything it had, refusing to submit. Just when things seemed dire, the dog's owner arrived, scaring the cougar away. Without that intervention, the Doberman's bravery might have costed its life. Sometimes the fights happen between domestic dogs themselves. In one case, a Doberman and a bulldog faced off, separated only by a fence. Both dogs were filled with rage, barking furiously and ready to attack if given the chance. Their aggression showed that, if not for the fence, their fight would have been brutal. Even wolves, known for their strength and hunting skills, sometimes find themselves overmatched. A mastiff took on a wolf that ventured too close to its territory. Despite the wolf being larger, the mastiff didn't hesitate. It aggressively defended its ground, forcing the predator to retreat. The wolf, caught off guard by the fearless response, ran off, seemingly shocked that the domestic dog had turned the tables on it. A different encounter saw 2 guard dogs corner a wolf, overwhelming it with teamwork. The wolf tried to fight back, but the dogs were relentless. Just as it seemed the wolf was doomed, it managed to break free and run for its life. The dogs didn't stop there. They chased after it, making sure it wouldn't dare return. Wild coyotes sometimes test their luck against guard dogs. 2 of them approached a fenced yard where a pit bull stood watch. The pit bull didn't need to bark or lunge. It simply stood its ground. That was enough to make one coyote lose confidence and retreat. The other hesitated for a moment before deciding it wasn't worth the risk and followed its partner away. Guardian dogs are trained to protect, and when a wolf tried to raid a flock of sheep, a massive mastiff sprang into action. The moment the wolf realized it had been spotted, its hunger turned into fear. It sprinted away with the mastiff in hot pursuit, making it clear that any attack on the flock would not go unchallenged. Not all encounters go in the dog's favor, though. A lone Doberman faced off against 2 wolves. At first, it fought back fiercely, dodging their attacks and striking whenever it could. But once one wolf landed a bite, the other saw an opening and joined in. Despite the Doberman's bravery, the wolves ultimately overpowered it. Sometimes just the presence of a powerful dog is enough to prevent an attack. A Kangal dog rushed in when it saw a wolf stalking a smaller dog near its doghouse. The moment the Kangal appeared, the wolf gave up and ran, knowing it had no chance against the massive guardian. Meanwhile, the little dog, completely unaware of how close it was to danger, barked alongside its protector, acting as if it had scared the wolf off itself. Even when outnumbered, strong dogs can assert dominance. A massive alibi found itself surrounded by a pack of wolves, all eyeing a piece of meat. But instead of attacking, the wolves hesitated. The alibi didn't even need to fight. It simply growled, making it clear that it wouldn't back down. The wolves, realizing they weren't willing to take the risk, left the meal to the more powerful dog. Dogs may be our companions, but when it comes to protecting themselves, their people, or their territory, they won't hesitate to fight. Whether facing snakes, coyotes, wolves, or even cougars, these fearless canines prove time and again that they are more than just pets. They are warriors when duty calls,